Hey everybody, this is Adam from Miller's Custom Guitars in Sonora, California. And I wanted to do a video today talking about my services, what services I offer, what kind of things I'm good at, what kind of things I am great at, what kind of services I am still developing my skills at, and what kind of services I don't offer, and then also what kind of skills I'm plan on trying to develop within myself. What is a service that maybe I'm don't offer now, but maybe down the line, as I develop those skills, maybe I will be able to offer someday. One of the core services that I offer here at Miller's Custom Guitars is setups. And I can do a setup on a number of instruments, primarily electric guitars, but also acoustic guitars, basses. I can also do mandolins and banjos. Heck, I'll even take a look at your ukulele if that's what you would like me to do. Basically, a stringed instrument. I can take a look at it. And heck, what is the setup? What does it even do? Well, here's the deal: is that a guitar, an instrument, it doesn't stay put. It moves over time. Wood naturally, because it's a natural product, it absorbs moisture and loses moisture through just natural evaporation based on the humidity in the air. And because of those things, as you go through life and as the seasons change, your guitar will naturally absorb and lose moisture, which causes your guitar to move. You might not see it just by looking at it on the wall, and then you go to pick it up and you notice, man, the strings are way higher than the last time I picked this guitar up if it's been a couple months. Even the best guitars in the world need to have a setup done a couple times a year, especially if you're in adverse climates. Here in Sonora, it's not that adverse, but you should have your setup done on your guitar a couple times a year and get that sorted out. But here's what a setup entails. What we're going to do, we're going to take off the strings. We're going to clean the parts of the guitar that are usually covered by the strings. So we're going to dust out under here, get that nice and clean. We're going to clean the fretboard, oil the fretboard. We're going to polish the frets, get any gunk out of there. If the frets are kind of rough, we're going to polish those up. I'm going to check your electronics, make sure that electronics are good. Any hardware, we're going to check the hardware. If you check your tuners, make sure your tuners are good. If they are open back or exposed tuners, we're going to get some oil in there. We're going to check your tremolo. If you have a tremolo system, like a Bixby or a Stratocaster tremolo or a Floyd Rose, we're going to get those dialed in for you perfectly. Or if you have another system, we're going to get those set up, get the pinch points lubricated, get that all set up perfectly. If you have electronics, we can get those checked. Then we're going to get some new strings on there, whatever your gauge is that you prefer. We'll get that set on there. You can provide strings if you have a specific set you like, or if you have strings already, or I can provide strings for you. Put the gauge of strings that you want on there, and then I will tune it up to the pitch that you prefer and get that tuned up. And then it's very important on a setup is what we're going to do is we're going to get the intonation and the relief of your neck and the action dialed in so that when you go to play this guitar, your instruments, whatever that instrument is, it's just very easy to play. It's very comfortable. All the notes ring true, and it's just a joy to play. And what I found is that when an instrument is really set up properly, it's just happy. You might think it's esoteric or something, but I've played like decent guitars, and then you dial them in and you set them up right, and they just sing. The notes bloom, and they're just so much happier to be set up right. And that's something I can take care of for you. That's something I love to do. And I just love to see the joy in people's faces when they pick up a guitar, especially if it was a bargain instrument or maybe one that they didn't think they liked, and then all of a sudden you pick it up and you realize, well, heck, this is not a decent instrument. This is a great instrument. I just never realized that it wasn't set up properly. So that's something that I love to do, and I'd be happy to help you with. Another thing I would love to be able to help you with, and that I'm really good at, is electronics, upgrades, swaps, and modifications. You can see I've got a modification I'm working on for myself here, doing some pickups. I've done a lot of modifications on my own guitars, and I've built a bunch of guitar effects. I'm very good with a soldering iron. I understand wiring, I understand switching, and I'm very good at those kind of things. So if you have something that you've been thinking about on one of your guitars, if you can dream it up, I can make it happen. And so if you have a mod or something, or if you have like an idea that you want, come talk to me, and I can get you really great mods and switching and all those things. We can take care of that on your instruments. I love doing electronics projects. It really gets me excited to do those kind of things. I did one recently and got a guy with his Ibanez tricked out and turned his Ibanez into a shred machine, and that was a really fun project. I love doing electronics projects. Okay, so those are the skills that I'm like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 at. Okay, and now I want to move on to the skills that I'm like maybe like a 7 or 8 out of 10 at, and still growing at. And I want to talk about doing like a new nut. And so like on acoustic guitar, a lot of times, and I made a video about this, you can link to that maybe up here. Sometimes they'll have like a plastic nut and like a plastic saddle. A lot of tonal advantage can be acquired by replacing those with a bone nut and a bone saddle. I love doing those kind of projects. I'm pretty good at that, and those are skills that I am still improving within myself. This is a guitar that I plan on doing that kind of project too. That's a skill that I'm pretty good at and still growing at also. Along with nuts, a skill that I'm pretty good at, once again, about a 6.5 to a 8.5 on the out of 10 scale, is fretwork. I'm pretty good at the fretwork. I've done a number of fret levels and recrowns, and I've done one full refret, and I've fretted my own neck from scratch. That's this one. If you have an instrument that you love and has some serious fret wear, like if you have like an acoustic instrument that the B string wears down really hard on like the lower frets. I know that happened to me a couple times. Yeah, we can take care of that. I can do a fret level and crown. I've done that a couple of times, and they've always turned out really awesome. I've got all the tools. I've got the experience, and we can level and crown and polish those frets up and give your instrument new life. It can be expensive because it takes a lot of labor. It's very elbow grease intensive, but to me it's worth it, especially if you have an instrument that you love. It breathes new life into that instrument. It's like having that instrument brand new all over again. Everything you love about it, except for now it plays like a dream because it plays like it's new. And I just love doing those kind of things. They're a lot of work, but they're always worth it. And I can do a refret for you if that's something that you're interested in. That's something I can do. Also, I have all the tools for that. Another thing that I can help you with, and another thing I love to do, is to help with mods and modifications. There's a wide variety of things that I can help you with, from simple to complicated. I have a full functioning wood shop if you want to get crazy. With a router and a bandsaw and a table saw. I mean, if you want to get really crazy. I talked about electronics, but if you want modifications done to your instrument, that is something that I am very happy to help you talk about. and that's something that I can help you with. Another thing that I can help you with is with your pedal board. I have a lot of experience and knowledge regarding pedal boards. You know, patch cables, power supplies, pedal order, and you know, if you want to do you know, any sort of funky routing, you know, pre-post, wet dry, you know, if you want to do anything, you know, weird with your pedal, you know, pedal board, including custom pedal board fabrication, you know, that's the kind of thing I can help you with. You know, I have experience with a lot of different things with pedal boards. I've built my own pedal board, and I have custom wiring. You know, that kind of stuff is very tricky, can be time consuming. If you have questions about your pedal board, I'd love to talk to you and you know, help you get that sorted out. All right, let's talk about repairs that I don't do. If you need someone to service your amps, I'm not that guy. I have built a tube amp one time. It was very fun, but I built it from a kit. It was paint by numbers. I just followed the diagram, connected the leads, and powered up on the first try. You know, tube amps, you know, it's just not my thing. So, yeah, if you need repairs to a tube amp or something, yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to go somewhere else for that. Also, if you need, like, bigger repairs on, like, acoustic instruments, like if you, or even electric instruments, like if you need like a neck reset, you know, if your bridge has popped off and you need to re-glue the bridge, or if you have structural repairs, you know, like if you've got cracks, or you need to re-glue the braces, or if the top is popped off, or you know, things like that. At this point in my journey, I'm not skilled enough. I don't have the experience or means to be able to do those types of repairs. So unfortunately, you'll have to talk to someone else for those types of repairs at this time. Another thing that I don't do at this time is finish repairs on instruments. That is something, if you need finish repairs, at this time I am unfortunately not your guy. So we've talked about what I'm good at, what I like to do, what I can do, and what I don't do. But let's talk about what is maybe on the horizon, what I'm trying to get better at, what I'm trying to learn how to do. And, you know, I'm trying to be a better technician. You know, we should all try to strive to be better and grow. And I'm trying to develop my skills constantly, you know. And actually, some of the guitars you saw today, like this one here, I actually bought this guitar with the purpose of challenging myself to do some things I've never done before. Like, I actually bought this guitar, like this bridge is actually lifting up. I'll show some pictures. Someone actually just squirted like Elmer's glue in there, thinking that would be enough. That's not how you repair this guitar, you know, that kind of problem. You know, the bridge is, the saddle is horrible, and it probably will need a neck reset. It definitely needs a new nut. It definitely needs a bunch of repairs. It needs some finish repairs. I'll show that on here. And those are all repairs besides the nut that I don't really know how to do. And I'm going to try them anyway in order to challenge myself and learn how to do those kinds of repairs on a guitar that it won't matter if I destroy, you know, because it's my own guitar that I paid $100 for, you know. And then if it fixes it, you know, then cool, I'll have a 12-string guitar that I've never had one before. And I want to start incorporating minor finish repairs. You know, if you have like a ding or a crack or some checking that you don't want, you know, trying to be able to fix those, like some dropped fills and that kind of thing, you know, or especially like I showed on this guitar earlier, like if you have some washboarding from heavy picking, I want to be able to treat that kind of damage. So yeah, so you know, I want to improve my skills and improve the things I can offer. You know, and so, you know, I'm going to do it on my own guitars first before I, you know, throw any of those repairs on you guys. But, you know, for now, just thought you guys might like to see the different kinds of things I can offer to you guys. And if you do need any repairs, I'm happy to talk about those with you guys. Until next time, let me know if you guys need anything. I'm Adam from Miller's Custom Guitars, and catch you around.